Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Did you guys like this week's episode? Express your thoughts below.
Are we? Really? Mm-hmm. See, the problem that I have with the four of you is that you think that your behavior all season has been totally beyond reproach.
We're the ones apologizing.
We're the ones sitting here acknowledging that.
No, you're not acknowledging it. You're doing it.
All of us have apologized. All of us have apologized and self-reflected.
I can apologize until hell freezes over.
He's got tears in his eyes.
But do you mean it?
Who does? Who has tears in his eyes?
He did.
Do you mean it?
For what?
I just apologized.
He
apologized.
Give me a break.
What? He did.
I don't think that your apologies are sincere.
Well, that's your thought.
No, we've all sat here and we've all apologized for our parts.
Damn, he really gave those boys what for.
Ashton, I think that you predisposed the other three members of the crew, the male members of the crew, towards Riley before she got on board because of your previous experience, which wasn't a pleasant one. I get that. It's like, brace yourself, guys. We got a fireball coming, and here it comes, and just get ready for it. And so they were prepared for the worst. I don't think you gave her a fair second chance.
I'm so glad that Riley's defense came from the lead man on the boat. That's why he's my favorite.
You can take it however you like.
You blatantly said that Kate is your best friend and you'll always have her back. And it's showing in your behavior tonight that you can't even admit that throwing clothes around. I'm still speaking.
You wouldn't want to have that same position.
It doesn't make it professional, Captain Lee. That's the
Answer
point.
my question.
Are you professional?
You would not want to have that same position after served under me for 6 years, and I'm not going to call the insignificant bullshit that you guys are calling. Take it however you like it. I really don't give a shit.
It's like Ashton hasn't seen any of the interviews where Captain Lee states that Kate dropped everything after his son died to be with him and his family. Like, why wouldn't Captain Lee feel that way about Kate? Where the fuck was Ashton during that period of time? What was he doing? Probably fucking drinking. That's what he was doing.
I was shocked and appalled at everything that I saw unfold this season. I thought there was nothing that they could do that would shock and appall me. Turned out to be not true.
Has it changed how you will interact with future crews?
Absolutely. Yes. Then things will change. Yeah.
Poor Captain Lee, put through the ringer, watching this season unfold with the rest of America. It will be nice to see more of Captain Lee in the galley, though.
I don't think you actually remembered what happened. And that's the issue that I have with you and Kevin and Brian and Tanner throughout the whole season, is that you would get blackout drunk and not recall anything that happened, and then you would all get together in the morning and try to piece it all together as to, Jesus Christ, what the happened last night? And it was a storm. Kevin, you were carried into your bunk that I know of.
Twice.
Twice?
Just
5 times. 5 times out of 9 charters, you were physically carried and poured into your bunk.
Captain really gave it to Kevin on his drinking. Good for Captain. Kevin was a sloppy-ass mess the entire season, barely coherent half the time when he was loaded.
Wrong. I know this sucks because it's me saying it as a male and all the rest of it, but I feel like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
I agree, but I didn't know what you guys said in the van.
Every day.
I agree. I didn't realize what you were saying.
I
didn't know from day round.
Brian wanted him fired.
I didn't know you said to just slap her on her
Why did you talk at a time? We
No,
can't
we
hear
can both
you.
talk.
Can't hear you.
It's not like you're
Try.
listening anyway.
Like, you
Kevin,
shouting at
I'm
us.
just saying it
Kevin.
wasn't.
Oh, it's always our problem.
I can't believe, after everything that has been said by the viewers, that this little boy still feels the need to defend the guy's behavior. Insulting the women by saying it wasn't that bad? Fuck right off with that fucking piece of shit.
I appreciate you saying that now, and I believe you, and thank you, and I don't think that's who you are, but it's hard for me. I just wonder when you got to this realization, because I've seen after shows on BravoTV.com where you are doubling down. You don't seem to be that sorry. So I just wonder what made you feel sorry. And when?
This is
a very new feeling.
It's a valid point. It's a valid point. You get defensive first off. And yes, it has taken me time to realize the extent of what happened and how wrong I was in the situation. So I didn't just see it and boom, say, geez, you're an idiot, which I probably should have. But it's natural to want to just be defensive and try and justify your behavior.
Kate is one mature, boss-ass bitch. She was composed, even while asking these very important questions.
But did you realize that you were so sorry here on the stage? Because an hour ago, you're questioning my yachting experience and his. I just don't feel like you're not that sorry. I feel like you still were like justifying your behavior.
She's right. I don't believe this piece of shit either. He's so flip-floppy. I don't believe for a second that this little boy is in therapy.
I think what happened here is that you guys all got put in a stressful, strange situation, and you guys kind of all encouraged each other in the wrong way. And I don't think separately, any of you are bad people at all. I think you're all quite lovely without, being public peer pressured.
Once again, Kate speaks the truth. She completely knows what's up, and I think she really feels betrayed by production. I'm really gonna miss Kate on Below Deck. I'm so sad that she's leaving. I don't know what it's gonna be like with Captain and another chief stew. Damn, she has big shoes to fill.
Courtney, what's your reaction?
I think the word misogyny is coming up a lot, and I think the disconnect is that it's getting construed as a deep-seated hatred for women, and it's not that. It's hostility towards women who act in a way that we're not expected to, that society doesn't expect us to. Maybe Abby didn't feel that way because she wasn't as assertive.
Also Simone.
That soundbite right there was this season in a fucking nutshell. These women, apart from Simone and Abby, were not about to co-sign any of this fucking shitty behavior.
So it's not the fact that we expect you to
I'm sorry I don't take mistreatment. We're not the troublemakers. The troublemakers are the people who create the behavior that causes the reaction. And the people that speak up about it are the ones that become trouble because it's exhausting to listen to it, but it's much more exhausting to have to say it over and over and over again and tell you why it's a problem.
Sometimes you feel justified in your behavior. I get what you're saying, and then you act out, right? But it doesn't always make the
Have you
behavior
seen me
fine.
act out?
I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general to what's happened this season. To your point that you're making, is you saying that we say something that will cause you to react in a certain way, and then we want to judge you for it. And I get that. But sometimes in a situation...
Don't create the reaction
behavior.
and it won't happen.
Courtney is such an eloquent speaker. She's speaking what all women all over the world are feeling on a daily basis. Don't piss on us and tell us it's raining, my dude.
Will you all go out together tonight, or will it be an integrated group? Courtney's shaking her head.
Absolutely not.
Courtney, you don't think maybe you and Brian will have a nice
Don't be
chat
silly.
tonight?
Don't even finish that conversation.
I would like to.
I'm trying to be the mediator.
I've already made it very clear that we will not be friends. I will not tolerate the way that you've spoken to me. Drew the line. I told you, and I'm not sorry, actually.
Yes, yes, yes. Everything she said, yes. I would really love to see Courtney back next season. I don't feel like that will be happening after this season, though, unfortunately.
For the most part, I had my issues with Tanner, fine. Brian was like a brother to me. who had my back continuously throughout the season, who literally considered my feelings before even I considered my feelings myself and stuff, you know. And with Kevin also, like we had our thing in the beginning of the season, but we managed to build a great relationship. So I think it just depends on individual aspects and how it works with everyone else.
Simone is right. She had such a better relationship with the guys on board versus the girls. Simone was easy for the guys to handle. They realized after a time that she was never going to portray herself as the angry black woman, as she says, so Tanner took advantage of that and the other guys followed suit. It's as easy as that.
I have apologized, and sitting in front of you tonight, I will apologize face to face to you that I am extremely sorry that I put you in that situation, and I am extremely sorry for trying to kiss you. I was drunk, and we spoke about late reactions being drunk. The second I felt you pull away, I left you alone. My intention was never to force myself on you, and I had obviously got it wrong in my head. The first night where I thought there was something going on between us and I went for the kiss, and the second night, there's no excuse for it. I was completely drunk, I was out of my mind, and I'm sorry for that. I hate the fact that everything has been spun the way it is, but you know what? I have to sit here and take responsibility for that because I'm the one that behaved the way I did.
I'm so glad someone addressed the sexual assaults that happened to Kate. But he still says spun, like it wasn't his fucking behavior. I don't get it. I fucking hate him.
Ashton, Christina M. from West Virginia said, hearing your comment, "Did you slap her with your dick?" was one of the most disturbing things I've ever heard a man say about a woman, regardless if she's in the wrong or not. I really want to hear an explanation as to why you think saying something like that is okay.
I 100% don't think that saying something like that is okay. And I have seen a therapist in the last week, and that is something that we have identified, and we've needed to identify the root cause of why those things would have come up.
I need a break in.
To better my relationship with people around me.
I'm done putting up with these dickheads.
Like I said earlier, I highly doubt that he's seen a therapist. Ever. No wonder why Captain Lee walked out. He smelled the bullshit and just had to leave the room because it was just so intense that his eyes were watering.
Why would I sabotage the rest of my season by already putting them against Riley when I understood what challenge I was going to have in Riley coming to the season? It would have been counterproductive.
Because, Ashton, you are a textbook psychopath. Psychopaths tend to be more manipulative, can be seen by others as more charming, lead a semblance of a normal life, and minimize risk in criminal activities. Does that sound familiar, my guy?
When I was doing it, I didn't feel like I was coming across the way it's been shown in the episode. And I really apologize for that.
The way it's being shown or the way that you acted?
The way that I acted, obviously.
Because it's being shown as you acted.
I didn't mean it like that, that's what I'm trying to say.
Let's play a drinking game. Take a shot every time Brian uses a phrase like, "I didn't mean it like that." I'll pick you up at the hospital later. I'm over this bullshit excuse for a man.
Like, you don't get a manual of what to do and how to do it. And sometimes you get portrayed in a way that you didn't mean to portray yourself in, you know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's...
No, that's not true.
It sucks sometimes.
They can't edit you to be anything.
No, but
you're not.
what I'm saying is that, like, I'll do something, but I didn't mean it in the way that it came out to be.
No, Brian, you don't get a manual, but you can at least be a decent fucking human being to the rest of the crew, especially the one you're trying to fuck, my guy. Remember how you almost fucked that up completely at the beginning of the season, telling Courtney that she would be prettier if she smiled more? Remember that? That should have been Courtney's first clue never to get involved with Brian. He was insulting her from the jump. Why can't we go an entire reunion without hearing this man's vomit sounds? Does Bravo hate the audience? All I have to say is, I can't believe that awful excuse for a man has a girlfriend even after this season has aired. I think we have to do a wellness check and see if this girl's okay.
What did they
there was-
expect about you though? Like, did you offer, like, you were just, I mean, you were like a third decant. I understand.
Yeah,
right?
I was low on the totem pole,
Right.
I know that, but I knew that. And I knew I'm not, Riley, you're physically stronger than me. We can, like you are. I knew that I couldn't do certain things. I told them I can't do certain things and I will work around it and I'll figure out a way that I can do it with my size and my abilities. They respected that.
I literally can't believe that Abby wants to defend these assholes at all. They left you because you were a weak, airheaded girl who never questioned them and was nice to look at. I'm fucking over her.
I fight fire with fire. I didn't come into the boat combative. I came into the boat ready to work. Ready to work. You were ready, and I said this to you personally.
We started off pretty well.
I said this to you, and I felt this, and I still feel this. I think you have amazing qualities to be a leader, but you have this grudge with me that leads into our working relationship. And I don't think that's fair. I don't condone mistreatment of myself or anyone else.
I really like Riley. She is self-aware as fuck. This girl has had more therapy than Ashton has, by far, I can tell. She's able to analyze herself in a way where she sees her weaknesses and isn't afraid to tell people about them. That's being self-aware. That's growth. That's something Ashton will never have or learn. My closing thoughts on the season are, y'all, this was a dumpster fire trash heap. This season had your girl so angry and so damn triggered every week by these little boys' behaviors. I'm so fucking sad about Kate leaving, I can't even tell you guys. She's been the backbone of Below Deck for 6 seasons. Like, I don't know who's gonna come in and replace her. I feel like not just the chief stew will be changing next season. I think Captain Lee got a wake-up call that he needs to be more present and aware of the happenings on the boat that he's in charge of, because this shit got way too out of hand this season. I wonder what the season would have been like if the whole thing had been nipped in the bud. I know Captain Lee wonders as well. How could he not? Maybe Kate would have wanted to stay longer. What do you guys think? But all in all, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I also decided to make reunion videos to close out the season right. I guess we'll have to wait until next year to see if anything changes. Thank you all for watching these review and reaction videos. As always, thank you for watching, and try not to screw the pooch this week, okay?